That was the NFL's way of making it very official that Puerto Rican superstar Bad Bunny will headline the 2026 Super Bowl halftime show. As the stage is officially set for the 2026 Super Bowl, reactions are pouring in from all corners of the world, both love and hate. The decision came directly from none other than Jay-Z himself, and now the spotlight is firmly on Bad Bunny. The key is understanding what Jay-Z's goal was in selecting him, who else was considered, and why this move matters so much. Even though this year won't feature another rapper representing hip-hop, like Kendrick Lamar did in 2025, the choice carries major weight. Bad Bunny expressed gratitude for the love and support from his fans, saying he's thankful that the world can connect with his music. For hip-hop fans and anyone who appreciates artistry, having Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl is ultimately a net positive for both the music industry and culture. Why? Because after Kendrick Lamar's groundbreaking 2025 halftime performance, the bar has been raised like never before. Kendrick delivered the biggest Super Bowl halftime show by the numbers, creating a ripple effect and cultural impact that few could match. Though most of the reaction was positive, critics still tried to downplay his achievement. Heading into the 2026 Super Bowl, even with Jay-Z in charge, the pressure was intense. Some feared the backlash from people who still reject rap as legitimate music would push the NFL to strip Jay-Z of his influence and retreat to safer choices like Morgan Wallen, Taylor Swift, Post Malone, or Adele. That's not about personal preference. It's about what such a choice would represent. Picking safer names would have been a dangerous step backward, undoing the cultural progress made over the last several halftime shows. Jay-Z has worked to expand the pool of who belongs at the biggest stage in entertainment, bringing rap and other outsider genres into the center of global attention. If the NFL had backtracked, it would have signaled that Kendrick Lamar's raw authenticity hit too hard and rattled too many people in power. That would have been a massive loss for culture. Instead, the NFL learned its lesson, and Jay-Z's presence as a consultant proved pivotal. His involvement showed that outrage and backlash don't need to define the halftime show. Instead of retreating, the NFL leaned forward. They embraced hip-hop and, in 2026, expanded even further into Latin music by selecting Bad Bunny. This move not only recaptures attention, but also secures new generations of fans across the globe. It ensures halftime remains more impactful than ever. Jay-Z's vision is undeniable. Kendrick Lamar's 2025 performance opened the door for artistry on a level the Super Bowl had never seen before, and now that door seems to be staying wide open. Imagine if someone told you years ago that Eminem, Usher, Kendrick Lamar, Dr. Dre, and Bad Bunny would all headline halftime shows within just a few years. It would have sounded impossible. Compare that to the awkward mid-2010s era with strange lineups like Maroon 5 randomly performing with SpongeBob, a time many considered the lowest point of halftime history. Jay-Z revitalized the legacy, saving and elevating the show into something historic. Now, Bad Bunny steps into this historic lineage. When considering the standards set by Usher in 2023 and Kendrick Lamar in 2025, his selection makes sense. His Puerto Rico residency shows proved his ability to deliver stunning performances that do more than entertain. They uplift communities, boost economies, and create opportunity. Just like Usher's Vegas residency served as his audition for the Super Bowl, Bad Bunny's run proves his readiness for the biggest stage. His momentum is undeniable, making him one of today's most impressive live performers. With him officially confirmed, the conversation shifts. Predictably, there's backlash from critics recycling the same complaints once used against rap. But the bigger picture is undeniable. Bad Bunny's selection represents the continued evolution of the halftime show, expanding culture and proving Kendrick's influence worked. His placement bridges worlds, proving that artistry with depth and vision can thrive at the Super Bowl. Unlike artists such as Post Malone, Morgan Wallen, or Adele, who, while successful, aren't built for a show of this scale, Bad Bunny enters the Kendrick Lamar era of halftime performances. Just as Kendrick refused to conform to industry puppetry and shallow themes, Bad Bunny brings cultural depth and substance. His rise represents a movement where artistry is meant to challenge, inspire, and transform. Like Kendrick, Bad Bunny's music carries identity, meaning, and immersion. Even without understanding every lyric in Spanish, audiences feel the universality of his art through visuals, energy, and storytelling. That is the power of his artistry. Instead of recycling disposable songs, Bad Bunny creates immersive experiences that raise the standard of what modern artistry looks like. His Super Bowl branding, marketed as his only U.S. performance of his tour, already amplified anticipation. Adding drama before a note is even played. All of this connects back to Jay-Z's vision. He has been the architect behind Halftime's revival, ensuring that diverse artistry now defines the stage instead of predictable, safe choices. Many rap fans still wish Jay himself would headline one day, or perhaps Beyoncé with her Renaissance trilogy. But for now, his legacy as the behind-the-scenes architect is undeniable. Executives may have pushed for safer names after Kendrick's Raw 2025 show, but Jay stood firm, prioritizing culture over comfort. In doing so, he mirrored what Beyoncé is doing with her albums, pushing boundaries, refusing to pacify, and reshaping culture. The Halftime stage is no longer reserved for one type of music. It's a platform for creators who bring vision and energy capable of shaking the world. That shift cements Jay-Z's legacy as the man who turned Halftime into history. Even if you're not personally a fan of Bad Bunny, it's impossible to deny the significance of this moment. This isn't just another Halftime show, it's a milestone in music history, proof that entertainment's boundaries are being pushed further than ever. Jay-Z's vision, Kendrick Lamar's influence, and now Bad Bunny's inclusion form a cultural trifecta that will echo for years. The door has been blown open, and more artists, more cultures, and more bold performances are sure to follow. So, what do you think about Bad Bunny headlining the 2026 Super Bowl halftime show? How do you feel about Jay-Z's role and Kendrick Lamar's influence in shaping this moment? Share your thoughts in the comments, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future breakdowns. This story is only just beginning, and what's coming next will be just as monumental.